The Insta360 X4. This nifty little 360 camera allows for reframing the action after the fact, as well as zooming in and out within reason. The footage can then be used in any normal video editor, in this case, Kendon Live. Providing the scenery for the initial testing of this camera is a little road trip through the deserts surrounding Walvis Bay, Namibia. Sandstorms are fairly common here and are a big part of what forms the sand dunes at the coast, including the iconic Dune 7. The other camera that was used on this trip is the now legendary GoPro Hero 12 Black. Most of the footage of the trip past the dune belt was captured on this camera, as it is really very easy to use and the results are predictable and of very high quality. While it certainly is possible to use the 360 for the entire project, the extra processing step is a little tedious. It is possible to switch to a single lens wide angle mode for the 360. That does take some practice and leaves open the possibility of capturing the wrong type of footage when you want to have 360 footage. For this type of run and gun filming that is common when just covering an event rather than planning every shot in advance, it is far simpler to carry 2 or more cameras, each with a specific function. That also allows for A and B roll captured on the same instant. The moon landscape, as the canyon of the Swakopmund River is known locally, is certainly an area with some really amazing views. Carved through the millennia, the various rock types that withstood the weathering effect at different rates make for some pretty interesting structures. The first time that you drive down to the canyon is quite memorable and never gets old.
Previous compressor.
Nee,
Ek het hom gesoek.
Heb je niet gekregen?
Ja, hy is besig om te doen.
Here the 360, with some post-processing, is showing a type of shot that is simply not possible with a normal camera. I call it the small earth effect, but I am sure that it carries many other names by the professionals. I find that the shots with a 360 is also typically much longer than with normal cameras, as it is possible to dynamically change the field of view, keeping the interest in the shot for longer. The way that mountains move through the frame is an interesting effect, and weirdly it feels like things that are moving past the camera pop up out of nowhere. But enough of playing with the field of view, and back to our little road trip. At the bottom of the canyon is an oasis, where we took a little break before attacking the rest of the journey off-road.
Jy kan ons kyk. Hulle neem ons groot eiers. Hoe sjo, hy is nie happy nie. Ja, geweet. Ek het geweet. Ek hou nie van dryf nie. Wat, jy is jealous? Wat, daar's klein paar wat jealous is. Alles ook daar lekker binne net swem en alles.
With the little break over, we leave behind the oasis with its plentiful shade and set off on the journey up the riverbed. Most of the rivers inside the borders of Namibia only flows for a couple of weeks every few years. The rest of the time the flow of water is underground. This allows the trees to grow in this normally hyper-arid environment. Here we are driving where the water would flow if there were enough rains in the catchment area. For this part, we are in the Swakopmund River.
Klipspringertjie.
Baie diere, alles die voeltjies van die
Ja, ek kan myne, ek kan maar, ek kan
en ons gooi daar rond en ek kom saam met die scientist scientific naam rond en alles kom die hoof die chief van daar so hom
so very good, ek kan so ja.
as net 2 redes wat kom jy ja en as dit mense wat voor jy normaalweg
The stabilization on the 360 is in camera and miles ahead of anything that I have worked with. Just look at how stable this footage is while the camera was moved around unintentionally looking for the off button.
Hey, maar weet my pa gaan ook maak. Hey, maar kyk waar jy hy face. Hy gaan maak.
As dit nou goed gereën het, dan vryf jou kar.
A bit of Google Earth imagery from the recorded track show the flow of the rivers more clearly. This bit of 360 footage is the last, and the lens covers have been smudged a little. But once outside the vehicle, the effects of the smudges are diminished greatly. For this part of the journey, we had already left the Swakopmund River and are travelling up the Khan River towards the Rossing Uranium mine.
Band pensie!
Where's my pens?
Hoe lyk dit?
Pittig.